Hello everybody, Justin here. This is the first SOST video I've made in over a year, but I felt that I needed to get back on the camera and make another one because over the last couple of weeks especially, I've been getting all kinds of questions and comments and subscribers because of my past SOST videos, and I'm just noticing that they're getting a lot of attention lately, and I feel like I need to put up something new. I've been meaning to, but I've just been so busy with starting the new year, but finally here I am. I'm making a new video. So thank you to all of you who are saying how much you like the videos, saying how much the content that I'm giving you is helpful. That I'm glad that what I'm talking about is finding meaning somewhere, someplace with someone. That's the whole point. That's the whole reason why I made these to begin with. So that makes me really happy, and it gives me more inspiration to keep going with it. So just a little update for what I'm going through right now. I just entered my third official year of teaching at Sanger High School here in California. Still teaching English, always will teach English. Now I am an assistant speech coach. Well, I'm a co-head coach, excuse me. I used to be the head coach last year, and then one of the other English teachers stepped in and we kind of talked about it, and now we're co-head coaches. So I'm the speech coach, he's the debate coach, and together we're both the head coach of forensics. So it's a load off my mind because no sane person should take on that job by themselves, and I don't really understand how I did it last year, but I did it. But it's great to have the extra help, so thank you, Mr. Stocks, if you're watching. So yeah, I'm teaching 4 sections of world literature, which is sophomore English, and then I also have 1 section of corrective reading, which is helping sophomores and freshmen better their reading skills for their core English classes. And it's been a lot of fun. My classes are they're very bright. They have a lot of really good ideas and a lot of great contributions to our discussions. So that's pretty awesome. I'm very happy about that. My biggest class is about 29 kids, so even my biggest class is not really that large. So I'm always thankful for having a well-dispersed amount of students, enough to be able to feel like this place is not crowded. It's perfect. So that's good. So what is the main topic that I want to talk about today? This is kind of for student teachers, but you haven't really felt this, you haven't felt the weight of what I'm going to talk about as much yet. So this is a little bit for more veteran teachers, like a couple years in and up. But student teachers, you can keep this in your back pocket once you actually get into the field as a real teacher. So the idea I want to talk about today is the idea of keeping summer alive, the spirit of summer break alive as the new year starts. So what do I mean by that? Summer break, I'm naturally just a night owl. It takes me like a week into summer break and I'm going to bed at 3 in the morning and waking up at 2 in the afternoon. That's just how I am. And you better believe I take advantage of that. I go to bed as late as possible, wake up as late as possible. It's summer break, baby. I earned this. It's time to just kick back and enjoy it. Obviously, when the year starts, you can't continue that. You gotta get used to waking up at 6 in the morning and you just naturally fall asleep at like 9 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock. So how can you keep the spirit of summer break alive? First of all, I believe you should, because it keeps the mundane feeling of work at bay. Sometimes you feel like all you do is work, especially with teaching, because it consumes you. I mean, it's really hard to break away. And I understand that, having kids is also a big responsibility if you're a teacher and you come home and, you don't have the extra time to do some of these things. But, you know, find ways to include your kids as well. The things that I talk about can very much involve children. So keep that in mind as well. So things that you could do. You know, during summer, you know, a lot of my teacher friends will go to different sporting events. I know the Fresno Grizzlies are a big thing. You know, baseball and other sports go well into the fall semester. You know, go to a football game. Go to a Grizzlies game. Fresno Grizzlies is where we're at. You know, and those happen in the middle of the week. Football games will be Saturdays and Sundays, but sporting events in the middle of the week, go do it. You know, take care of work at work. Get your lessons ready for the next day at work so you don't have to worry about it. And, you know, come home and go out with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or husband or wife or whatever, or by yourself, and just go enjoy a sporting event, or go to dinner, or just go see a movie, or, you know, do things during the week like you usually would during summer break, to keep that feeling of freedom kind of with you even as you go into work and start up a new school year. You know, me, last year especially, I love to play video games. You know, especially Metal Gear Solid 5. I love it. But there was a part of me the last couple of years that stopped me from, you know, playing video games all the time, and it was just the stress and the overthinking of my lessons and worrying if I was going to be effective as a teacher the next day or the next week or blah blah blah. Eventually I got over that and realized that I was just killing myself mentally. You can't do that to yourself. Do the things that make you happy when you are on your own time as much as possible. So now I play video games all the time when I come home. Now I think, why wasn't I like this before? Because, yeah, anything that makes you happy, do it. You know, and I was kind of hypocritical. Anytime we were about to go on summer break, the thing I always told my students was never lose sight of what makes you smile, of what makes you feel good, what makes you happy. And I did that. I lost sight of playing video games when the school year started. I lost sight of writing my book. I just got so caught up in teacher mode that I just stressed myself out so much. And now I don't do that anymore. And you know, having a couple of years under your belt helps when you have assignments made and done already for the curriculum that you're doing. So, you know, that's a benefit. It keeps your sanity if you keep doing the things you like to do. It's therapeutic for you to do that. Whatever your hobbies or whatever your free time activities might be, keep doing them as the year goes on. So that's pretty much all I really wanted to say right now. I wanted to make something just to kind of let everybody know that, hey, I'm alive. I've had a couple of people ask me if I could film some lessons of mine, and I did run this by my department chair, and I can't post anything public on YouTube. I would have to go into my videos and blur out my students' faces and stuff like that in the classroom. So that is going to be tricky. I'm still going to try to figure out a way that I can post this online for you guys to see, because I think that'd be great. For you to see me in action. You know, I've just been all talk at this point. I don't think, no one's actually seen me teach before that has subscribed to me on YouTube. You can come to Sanger and observe me if you want. I'm actually serious about that for anybody who is, you know, near Sanger and wants to come observe. I've had a couple of my friends come and observe me who have thought about being teachers in the future. I'm always willing to be open and help. So to close this video, the last thing I want to talk about is you, if you are a student teacher, your master teacher's preferences, or that's not the right word, but some of my teacher friends are currently master teachers, and you know, I listen to what they have to say about their student teachers and what they wish would happen or what they expect or you know, blah, blah, blah. Basically, the gist that I want to give you student teachers is this. Don't take advantage of your master teacher, as nice as they might be to you. You know, and this is talking about like asking them for certain assignments that they already have made, asking them to observe you and give you advice or things like that. And that's good for them to watch you and give you advice. But if you are in the later stages of student teaching, you really need to be in there by yourself. And you really need to be in there putting out your own fires and dealing with the pressure of you being the only authority figure in the room. My last stage of student teaching, my master teacher was basically like, hey, here's the book, here's the list of things you need to cover, here's the key, go get them. And he would come in every now and then and sit there and watch, but 90% of the time he wasn't in the room, and I was terrified. But I'm more than happy that he did that, because I feel like going into my first year of teaching, I had a great amount of experience because of it. So don't take advantage too much of your master teacher is my advice. Go in there, don't be afraid, go in the trenches and just see how you do. Yeah, that's my advice for all student teachers currently student teaching right now. So it's okay to be scared. Go in there and do it. And if you are a student teacher and you feel like, I am so good, if you think that and you have this attitude of, there's no way I can impress myself, I've seen student teachers act like this before, something's wrong, because you aren't the best and you're probably not good at a lot of things. No student teacher is the best at everything yet, hence the name student teacher. So if you feel like you're constantly beating yourself up and criticizing yourself, good. That's the sign of someone who's trying to perfect their craft. So good if you're feeling like that. That's a good thing. I'm in year 3 now, and I still will have days where I'm like, that was terrible. I could have done that so much better. What can I do to make it better next year or next week or whatever? So constantly have that engine running of how can I make myself better. That's what these kids deserve, honestly. So, okay, I'm going on like 13 minutes now. I only plan to do like 6 minutes, but this always happens. Okay, so that's it. I'll hopefully see you sooner than a year from now.